Nathan Oakley, 1980. Follow his. He does flat Earth debates every day, live streams flat Earth debates. Anybody could get on and and debate him, and he just demolishes everybody.
This next clip was first broadcast live here on the Nathan Oakley 1980 channel back in June 2019. A link to my second channel with the full uncut and after show will be in the info box and comments below this video. So if you're not already subscribed to my second channel, hit that link, watch the full uncut debate, and subscribe to my second channel for more flat earth debate, uncut and after shows.
The behaviour we've been getting from Globers is disgusting. Of recent times, because they're losing so badly, so they have to overtly lie and just make stuff up that we haven't said. Twist what we say, lie about what we say. That's Wiggles' MO now. Just lie overtly.
Yeah, they throw tantrums.
Do you want to discuss that?
That's all right.
Or you're not bothered?
Baller tears go well in my coffee.
I don't mind discussing that. I don't mind discussing that lighthouse. It gets us back on flat Earth. I don't want to get back on the drop we don't see.
I have a rebuttal.
For what?
I have a rebuttal for the whole thing that you're gonna, you know how you had that model yesterday?
Okay, well, if Ranty can go first, as I've literally just said this to him, then fine. Go ahead afterwards. Go ahead, Ranty. Okay. You're on.
Yeah, so I remember this very clearly at the time, because when I saw the footage, I was blown away, because you guys were filming the three flashes of the Ramsey Lighthouse from 31.5 miles away. Your location was down at the bottom of this hill, not far from these caravans on this patch here. And this is only like 9 meters above sea level. I remember, the argument was specifically that we were seeing Moor Gold Lighthouse flashing, and its focal light is 213 foot above sea level. But Earth to Earth curve should have been over 300 feet. So there should have been obstruction. You shouldn't have seen this light. And I remember specifically the argument was, and I've just done a little diagram here. Obviously, this is the lighthouse. This is the light that it's flashing out to 15 miles. This is you here, let's just say, trying to observe it. And the argument at the time was, let's throw this out to the audience. Were you seeing the light from the actual tower, or were you seeing the light as it ended up here? That was the argument. And I remember it specifically because you were saying the Globers will claim this as a perfect globe Earth proof and say that this is where the Fresno light ends and this is what we're seeing. And me and Anthony were both saying, no, that doesn't appear to be correct. It appears that we're seeing it from its source. And that was the whole thing. So that's just clearing that up.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's farcical to suggest that we're seeing a Batman signal, which is essentially what I was saying when I made that screen capped quote. That's what it's describing. In Muppet Vision, you're seeing the side profile of a Batman signal. But yeah. I don't think that would be the case. Regardless of Muppet Vision, you just see a light and where it comes from. Yeah.
Obviously, we saw it. So obviously, if you're doing it in, let me just get a circle. Obviously, so this is what we saw. We saw this circular flash 3 times, and the argument was, are you seeing the light like the Batman signal, or were you seeing it from the actual tower? And because it was at night time, and it was one of them. You could throw it out as a flat Earth proof, but if you did, it was just equally as argumentative that the Globers would say that what you're actually seeing is the wide Fresno lens here. This part, so you're only seeing it at 16 miles away, so it's perfect globe Earth proof.
Right, at the time, just to round that out, so in Wikipedia, it said that the projected distance that light could reach was 20 miles, I believe. And Anthony edited it. He was like, no, it's not, it's 31. We've seen it from 31, which we had. And he got banned from Wiki.
Well, we've got the footage though, so it's all good.
He's there.
I don't have it, but Tony has.
He's actually on the panel, so I don't know if he's listening to this. We'll find out.
Oh,
Hey, Nathan, they say we could see the light from Polaris 2 quadrillion miles away.
We just see the projection of it like a Batman signal. Anyway, I tell everyone else off for not playing devil's advocate and sarcasm, and I've just done it. I'm really sorry. The Earth is flat. Lights are just lights.
I have a little funny addition that happened yesterday.
Before you do, Planarwalk's got a rebuttal.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Planarwalk.
Your
Can I
moment.
present my rebuttal now?
How far is that lighthouse again?
31.5 miles away.
I'm sorry, one more time?
31.5 miles.
I thought
You're
it was
cutting out
31.9.
31 or 21?
I thought it, no.
31.5.
Thank you.
5.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry, yeah.
So, Nathan, I've got a question for you. Can we both agree that direction is relative? So if I'm, let's just say that we're on a ball, right? This is not
No.
What?
Here we go.
Almost got us there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just everyone, stop
This is
rumpusing.
amazing.
Stop rumpusing.
Sneaky
Stop
blind.
rumpusing. Can everyone be quiet? Right, now, let's take this very calmly. Who on the panel wants to point out Planarwalk's problem? First to say yes gets
Okay,
it.
I know my problem here.
Not you, who wants
You're
to
gonna
point
say
out
that
your
I'm
Hold on, he's got a comprehension issue. When I say, phrased as thus, who wants to point out Planarwalk's problem, that implies that you don't answer.
Can I answer?
Yeah, right. We've got a winner. Arwin, go ahead.
Yay. Well, I kind of spoiled it already, but yeah, you basically started out an explanation and then suddenly tried to quickly shove in a presupposition of a globe in there. Like we wouldn't notice. It was kind of funny.
It was
Really sneaky.
laughable.
Yeah, I have worked out a better way to
doesn't work.
explain my point.
Can you do it without begging the question, please?
Okay, so if I have a force acting upon me on a different direction to what is normally considered down, so just say I'm in something that's rotating, which is applying a centrifugal force.
Sorry,
I would
no,
consider
stop.
up to be.
No, we're not going to assume gravity. We're not going to assume gravity. What the fuck is your
No, I'm
problem?
not assuming gravity here.
Oh,
What?
no, rotating Earth.
I'm
You
saying
went from
that
the
if I
ball
was
to supposing that we were spinning.
no, I wasn't actually presupposing that we're spinning. I'm just saying that if
Okay,
I was
sorry,
in-
dude. First we
presupposing
caught you
Narnia.
smuggling an R in there, and now you're smuggling a G in there. So what's next?
Not only that, but he smuggled in a direction that doesn't exist in our world. He smuggled in a direction from Narnia. The very first thing he said.
Can you let me finish my point?
I
and
don't
then
know
I'll-
about that one.
Oh,
but-
hold on, I didn't catch that. Explain that to me, Travis. So he got us to.
He said, let's say I'm in a place where the direction down isn't the same for you as it is for me. That's the very
Right.
first thing he said.
I didn't catch that, you beautiful bastard, Travis. So essentially, you got me to concede that direction is relative only to.
Yeah,
then...
I was waiting for you, but I'm just like, I'm not.
I didn't catch it. Yeah, I'm not fallible. I'm fallible, man. What do you want? That's why you're here, Travis. Well
So
done.
there you go.
Okay, this is
Can you
customs.
let me
Do
actually
you have
finish
any
my point?
R or G to
Look,
report in
Planarwalk,
your
right?
argument
What's happening
before we
here
proceed?
is you've come in and totally embarrassed yourself, and now we're discussing you while you're here. We don't even have enough respect for you to involve you in the conversation. Just accept that we're going to humiliate you and talk about how stupid you have been. You just have to accept that, I'm afraid.
Well, if you let me finish my point, I'll actually be able to
Well, you begged the
explain
question
exactly
twice.
what I'm trying to explain.
Point? Well, you failed twice. You begged the question twice immediately. I think that is possibly the quickest anybody's begged the question. And then to follow it up, you begged the question again immediately afterwards. That is a record, Planarwalk. A record.
So the second time I wasn't begging the question, you just didn't let me finish.
Oh, wow. Now he's retarded. So, Arwin, maybe you want to take him by the hand and explain how he begged the question the second time. He's already begged R. Now he doesn't think he's begged G.
Well, sorry, I got, this is like customs, and we specifically told you not to beg the question, not to drag R or G in there. First, we caught you with an R, and then you proceeded to try to smuggle in a G with presupposing.
No, you just
gravity.
assumed
So,
that I was trying to smuggle in a G.
second time.
You need to stop globe smuggling. Arwin will find you.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a
Okay, let
special.
him finish his
We got an
point.
R with.
Okay, we're being very
We got
mean.
an R and G scanner.
Okay, let him finish his point. Planarwalk very slowly this time, right? And as soon as you beg the question, we're going to stop you and say fallacy and then let you continue, okay?
Okay. So we agree that up is relative to the direction that there's a force acting on you. So if there's a force, it can be density, it can be buoyancy.
Beg the question.
What force? I got you.
Who agreed to that?
I had John
Are we in the
first.
water?
Sorry, hold on. John caught it first. Go ahead, John. This is good fun.
This is hilarious. You said it was a force down from up. So you're begging the question of a force down. Can you prove the force down?
Well, things
In the water.
things fall downwards, so
Things fall
there
down,
is,
go
like,
boom,
Bingo.
a force
Right,
there.
so things go down.
Density.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
Right,
no. Things fall
We got
down,
a
go
mic
boom,
dropper.
boom.
Let's not the rumpus sing into you, right? We've caught him. Ding, ding, ding. Right, on we go. This is a fun game. I like you, Planarwalk.
Just
So-
say
Right.
plumb line.
So we're gonna have to check your.
Let him go. Next fallacy. You've just got to go ding, okay? And then you get to tell him why it's fallacy. Let's
Can
go.
somebody write these? I'm
So-
sorry. Can somebody write these down before he starts again?
Yes. We got a.
So if I'm-
an R.
Hold on.
Hold on,
Sorry,
second
there's a bit of
Planarwalk.
administration. So Arwin's written it down so far. We've got begged. Which order was it? R,
R,
then G.
G,
We've got
and F.
perfect.
Go.
So if I'm in a thing constructed that spins me around and it changes my perception of what up is, right? So this would
Okay, wait a
apply
second.
the
Stop.
centrifugal force
You're
to me.
spinning. How? Wait a second. Now I told you that's what he did the last time. He's now spinning.
I'm not spinning on the globe though. It's in a
Ding,
man-made
ding, ding,
machine.
ding, ding. What do you mean on the globe? What do you mean on the globe?
I'm saying that I'm not spinning on the globe. I'm spinning in a
That's
man-made
your fallacy,
machine.
sunshine. So that statement means that you're on a globe already, aren't you? We're already on a
No.
globe.
So we
It
got
could be
an
on a
S
flat
now.
Earth.
Sorry. So now we've got ding, ding, ding. That's a full dichotomy. Full dichotomy. So don't try and move on from my rebuttal to your nonsense by giving us another bit of nonsense. It's too much too quick. So we'll lose track of the fallacies if you pile them on too fast.
No, I'll keep track. We got an R, a G, an F, and now an S.
What was the S?
Spinning.
Spinning. Yes, of course. So you said on a globe. I might not be spinning on a globe. So you begged the question. So we've got the spinning. Then we've got back to another use of R. Wicked.
You just heard the word spinning and you assumed that I was talking about a globe. I'm not talking about a globe. I'm talking about a man-made
sorry.
machine that was spinning.
Hold on, I've got to clear it up for him. He's forgotten where he is. The title of the show is Flat Earth Debate. You are here in the negative. You're fighting that position. Do you understand where you are now? Did you drop acid and forget where you were?
I remember where I am.
Excellent. Ding ding, and on with what's my fallacy. Let's go.
So
Are we in a
Wow.
gravitron machine now, or I'm not sure.
So I'm just saying that if I'm in a machine which is spinning me and I'm feeling the effect of a centrifugal force, I would have a different perception of what up is to someone that might be, just say, outside of that machine, right?
That's difficult, though.
No, I would say no. No,
Doesn't
you-
entirely work.
Well, what's the name of
You
that
mean
machine?
like a gravitron or something? You ever went on that
Is that the name
ride
machine that
that
we could
spins
study?
you around and sticks you to the wall with the centrifugal force?
But it's never going to be a
That's
perfect suit.
exactly
It's
the
always
type of
So,
thing I'm
well,
talking
what
about.
he's saying is
No,
the
but
people
land
outside
forces
of that
exist.
ride have a different up than the people inside that
there's-
ride.
No. Listen, no.
No
He's
presupposition
saying-
of gravity for that gravity.
Yeah, I've tried it once. It's much harder to actually walk in such circumstances than actual just normal
No,
stationary
listen,
circumstances.
stop.
So it's not
Okay,
the
let
same.
Let Travis go. Go ahead, Travis.
Is saying that when you're on the gravitron, you won't know which direction up is when you're spinning.
No.
That's his claim.
Yeah, it still doesn't
True,
make sense.
and that,
Well, my experience proves the
Absolutely correct.
contrary.
that's
Yeah,
that is my
I would
point
say every
because
Alright.
up is
every single
relative.
time I
No
was
worries.
on the
Okay,
gravitron,
well,
I knew what up was.
we'll accept what he's saying and we'll just move on. Fine. But obviously,
Okay.
you said it's not.
So this allows me.
It's not going to be a presupposition that Earth's spinning, of course. So how do you want to link this back to the drop demonstrated in Ballbusters? Are we going to get there ever?
Yep, I was just about to get on to my next point. So the next part was about your definition of level, and we, when it comes to height, right? Because that was one thing. The height above something like the sea was one definition of level. If it's the same height, then it's level, right? And so height requires a directionality or it needs to be above something. One of the definitions of height is above sea level. So sea level can be on anything, really. It can be on a wavy planet if you want, on a spherical planet, on a flat planet.
Sorry, yeah. Well, I was with you all the way up to you saying that level could be on a planet, because that's just basically saying that you're going to declare that level means curved, correct?
Yeah, he said wavy planet, just to be specific.
Yeah, we've got waves. That's okay, I'm cool with that.
A wavy planet.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
What we've got, I would say, but minus the planet bit. The bit I take issue with isn't wavy. We've got waves. They're on screen right now. I'm cool with that.
Saying about this is, regardless of what shape the planet is, we can have level, right?
Yeah, we do. We do have level. It's flat.
Wow! The definition. That's awesome.
Hold on. Was that a rebuttal? Because this is where Wiggles went. That's our argument, right? Yeah, it is level, measurably level, not showing any drop. This is not a rebuttal. You're actually supporting our argument.
I haven't finished my rebuttal.
It's not a rebuttal. So far, we've got nothing. What do you mean? Okay, hold on. He doesn't recognise what's just happened. So far, you think that you're doing well. I get it. You're dumb. We've picked out about 5 logical fallacies so far. Do you think that by the end of this that you're going to have a win on your hands? My friend, it's been absolutely ripped to pieces before the end of the example. So, I mean, feel free. We can carry on with what's my fallacy if you like.
Yeah, we got an R, an F, an S, and now a P.
What was the P? Planet. Of course, yes.
Planet.
Wicked.
No, wavy planet.
Planet. It's that planet.
What's wrong? Hold on, I've got to have this out with John. I've got him on screen constantly. What's wrong with wavy? It is...
No. Wavy planet.
Yeah, you said wavy planet.
I've got an issue with the planet bit because that's obviously presuppositional spherical planet.
Sure.
Yes, exactly.
But the wavy bit, what's wrong with wavy?
Well, elevations around the planet.
Okay, the reason why I said wavy was I meant that it could be a sort of an infinite thing where it goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah, I knew that. John knew that, but I wanted... John, just let me revel in this, right? I knew that and you knew that. I knew what he meant, but I wanted him to actually say it. So, yeah, what he means is, like a level line, but going up and down, up and down, up and down, wavy planet. Yeah, I knew what he meant, John. I just wanted him to say it.
Carry on.
So
a wavy planet sounds like that.
So my last point is
from Interstellar.
Do you know what elevation means?
A wavy planet. Sorry.
Getting rumpus by Arwen a little bit.
Planarwalk, can you just tell us where the hell the drop is?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Do you know what elevation means?
Yeah.
He's just going to assert it's from the center of the Earth, and that's why it's always even. He's going to do the exact same thing that Wiggles did.
Well, I can pull up the definition of elevation if you'd like.
We can't wait.
From the ground, yes.
You already talked about drop. Why don't you
Is
go
that
with
in an
drop?
attempt to relativize it? Basically?
Yeah, dig your grave.
Is that it again?
Talk about the drop. Talk about the drop.
Elevation is the or height above a given level, especially sea level. So if sea level is constant everywhere around the if sea level is constant everywhere.
Hold on, sorry. What did you say? I'm sure I heard the word. Did I hear around?
He was about.
That's why I restated my position.
Pocket, but he put it back.
You chuckle, but this is the 7th time you've begged the question. You realise that, right?
I think he gets it.
Well, I'm trying to avoid begging the question, which on this show seems to be very difficult.
You don't get it. You haven't. You say, like, I'm really struggling, like you're on a little tightrope and you're still nearly getting to the end. Mate, by now, you'd be on the circus ring floor splatted, right? But you seem to think you're still on a tightrope. Your corpse is dead and your spirit is walking the rope. You're like the guy in The Sixth Sense that doesn't realise it.
Well, you keep on saying that I'm committing
you heard what you
fallacies
just
where
said,
there are
right?
none.
You just said that you're trying not to beg the question, which on this show is hard to do. You realize why that's hard to do?
Because you call everything out, even if it isn't actually a
Oh,
fallacy.
really? Can you support that baseless assertion, Drivel?
Well,
that's another fallacy.
That's okay. To support that, in order to support that, when we
It's
call
fallacy.
out the begging the question fallacy, whether you assume your outcome, in this case, sphere Earth, to say that it's not and that we're incorrect, which it's not, it's a baseless assertion, as John pointed out already, but thankfully I can dust past that. What is your scientific evidence for your spinning ball religion?
Well, I was actually talking to someone earlier today and about seismic waves, which is actually a pretty good evidence for the globe.
Conspiracy cats is seismic waves. Really? Do we want
Actually, I
to do
wasn't-
this? Hold on a second.
I was talking to someone who's a seismologist.
Oh, wow. Impressive. You know that seismology is not science, right?
Yeah, look how accurate they were with the coal.
That's okay. That's okay. Let him go. Let him go. Go ahead.
Seismologies, yeah. Well,
The seismology charts have been updating on a rapid phase, constantly changing in the last.
I want him to
15 years
just.
or so.
He was asked for his scientific evidence. He's talked about seismology. I just want him to say, yeah, I understand this isn't science. Just once.
Okay, why isn't it science?
Oh, wow,
Oh,
that's out of left field. So you don't appreciate that it's not science. Oh.
Well, if you can explain why it's not science, I might consider why
we
it
can
isn't
do it.
science.
My screen share, Nathan, whenever you're ready.
Yeah. Yeah, ready when you are.
Yep, tell me when it's up.
Up now.
Seismology. Natural phenomena observed, please.
The natural phenomenon would be the ground shaking.
Ground shaking. All right, you realize that is your dependent variable, correct?
Not necessarily. It'd just be the...
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. That's why you didn't realise that seismology wasn't science, because it's now abundantly clear that you don't know what science is.
Oh, you mean the dependent variable? Yeah, I can actually say that the dependent variable would be the level of ground shaking, or the level of waves detected.
Okay, so that would be a yes.
Yeah, so I thought he said independent variable.
Fair enough. I take it all back. My bad. I'll stop the ridicule.
All right, ground shaking is your effect. What is the cause? In other words, what is the independent variable of ground shaking?
So the cause wouldn't be the independent variable in this case. The independent variable would be your location on Earth.
Sorry, can you just...
Go ahead.
Yeah, so you're saying, in this instance, the bit which we vary and manipulate to cause the effect won't be the thing that we independently vary and manipulate to cause the effect. That's
well, you do
sorry,
realise
I hadn't
that
quite
we
got
don't
there
always
playing a walk. Just hold your tongue, son. Yeah. So because you can't vary and manipulate that which you presume causes the effect, the thing that you understand, the independent variable, that means it's not science. That didn't take long. So do you understand now? I hadn't quite finished. I was just about to ask a question. Just going to ask you if you now understand that seismology is not science. Because if you don't, we can repeat it slower.
So you will produce an effect, right? And you can say that changing the independent variable in this case will cause a change in the dependent variable. And I'm completely fine with if we want to quote it like that. What I'm not okay with saying is that the independent variable, which in this case would be location, causes ground shaking. Because that's
location's
no one
not
would
a
assert that.
cause, you stupid idiot. You think location is a cause?
Well, changing the location will cause a change in the amount of ground shake you experience.
Think if I vary and manipulate location, I will cause an earthquake? Yeah.
You'll cause
just
the amount
Planarwalk.
of
Just hold your tongue.
shaking
Shut up, you
experience to
stupid
be
boy.
reduced.
Shut up! Look, you stupid boy. Seismology is not science. That's not a question. That's a statement of fact. Now you, the retard here, doesn't have to accept that. Just know, the audience I'm talking, not you playing a walk, that this retard doesn't understand it. Yeah, we get it. You don't know. That's why when asked for scientific evidence, you offered up seismology, something that's not science. You don't have to like it. I don't want to hear any more about how you think it is. It isn't. Do you get it?
Okay, how about you explain why we experience earthquakes then?
Who gives a crap? This was your example! I asked you for scientific evidence of your fundamentalist religious belief in a sphere Earth, and you offered this up. Now you want me to make your example for you? Oh my God, the audacity of this arrogant little millennial prick. You think I'm going to give you your argument for you, you lazy little sod?
Well, I gave you my argument, and
no, you
didn't.
You did not give me an argument. I asked you for scientific evidence. You did not give it. Don't play the Wiggles game here, claiming that you've actually made an argument when you've been obliterated. No, Sunshine. It's not science. Do you want to repeat that? Say after me, Sunshine. Seismology is not science.
Location causes ground shaking. That's where we're at right now.
You realise how stupid that sounds?
So a change
That's
in
not the
location
question.
causes
Do
a
you
change
realise
in ground
how stupid that sounds? These are your words being read back to you. Do you appreciate how stupid location causes ground shaking is?
Well, I can make anything sound retarded. Like
those are your words.
I can make.
So that was the plan to
I'll
sound
just agree with
retarded?
him. Yes, I would agree. Planarwalk can make basically anything sound retarded. Yeah, I agree.
Hey,
It's not a
last
skill
statement
to make
was a change in
location
location
causes ground
causes
shaking
change
retarded.
in ground shaking. That was his last one. This one right here.
that's-
A change in location causes change in ground shaking.
My God.
Are you
Or
retarded?
in measured ground shaking. Measured.
No,
probably
it
be a better
that
way to.
changes everything. Just when I thought you couldn't be any dumber, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself.
Maybe you'd like to ask. Maybe you'd like to ask me again, Planarwalk. Maybe do you want to ask me to make your argument for you, you lazy little sod?
So if we say a change in location causes a change in measured ground shaking, that is a perfectly reasonable thing to say, wouldn't it?
Oh my God! Do you want to repeat that?
What's wrong with that?
Say it again. Listen to your own words as you say them. Rather than me repeating it back, you repeat it.
I wrote it.
So what's wrong with a change in location causes a change in measured ground shaking?
Okay, just let's do a little
Who
test.
are you,
Hold on.
King
Oh,
Kong?
let's test it. Let's test it. Let's test this hypothesis. Right. Okay. I want you to right now plan a walk. Move 4 inches to the right. Have you done it? Did your change in location cause ground shaking?
Not necessarily, but we need to wait for an earthquake to actually happen.
No. Did it or didn't it? Did you cause an earthquake or not, Sunshine?
Well, my wording doesn't say that I've got to cause an earthquake. It just
I'll
says
just read
that
it back
change
to
in
you.
location
I'll just read it back to
causes
you.
a change in the amount of ground shaking we
Location
measure.
causes ground shaking, or a change in location causes a change in measured ground shaking. So, I'll ask again. Let's see if he's got any humility. Wiggles didn't, but he's probably no different. So let's see if that's true. Did you cause ground shaking when you changed location? Planarwalk.
That's not necessary. You're taking my words and you're not really
It's
understanding.
just a yes.
The
It was
context
a
of
closed question. Do you not understand the difference between an open and a closed question? That required a yes or a no. Either you did. This is like scientific. When you ask a closed question, you can get a yes or no answer. It's empirical. Either yes, you did cause earthquakes, or no, you're just fucking retarded.
So if I'm
retarded,
if I'm in a different space when an earthquake
did you cause?
happens,
You haven't
if I'm in a
answered
different,
yet. We still haven't got an
place
answer.
to-
Anybody else experienced the earthquake that he might have caused? We don't know if he caused it yet. You haven't answered. Did you cause?
Yeah, I'm a fat ass. I
ground
cause earthquakes
shaking?
when I move all the time.
You're talking over me. You don't want to answer, but
bring
you
up
want to talk
Kraken
over
here.
me when I ask you
Kraken
again.
here.
I'll ask
Yeah.
it as many times as you like, Planarwalk. Did you cause an earthquake, mate? Yes or no?
I didn't cause an earthquake.
Okay,
This
so
isn't the
is it
point.
reasonable to suppose, as a presumed cause, location?
Well, if an earthquake happens and I change,
That's not what I
just
asked.
say an earthquake
Try and pay
happens
attention,
and
son.
I'm
I realise that normally you're just allowed by the idiots that you associate with to just spout bollocks rather than actually answering a question. Yeah? Is it reasonable?
So if
to
I'm-
Hey, no, I'm asking the question again because you obfuscated it and talked over it. So shut your mouth. You obfuscate again, you little prick. No need. Just listen to the question and try to answer it. Is it reasonable to suppose location as an independent variable?
Did I think you cut out there?
Is it reasonable to suppose location as an independent variable?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Planarwalk, are you serious,
So-
bro? Come on, man.
So if I'm on the at the epicenter of the earthquake, and an earthquake happened, and then there's someone who's 10 kilometers away, will the person 10 kilometers away not experience less ground shaking?
You're not getting caused.
That
though.
person
You're not finding
caused the
cause.
ground
All you're
shaking?
doing is getting measurements.
He
So you
doesn't
don't know the
understand
cause of those
cause.
measurements. All you were doing is getting a difference in measurements, man.
Yeah, but you can derive like the epicenter of the epicenter of the earthquake from those measurements, and that would
Planarwalk,
give you.
we're asking for
Earthquake.
the cause,
That's the
man.
problem.
You're telling
How do you know
people
there's a bomb
that
going
you're
off? How do you know there's a
moving a
bomb going
location. My bad.
It's okay.
How do you know what
I'll
the
get my
cause
breath
is?
back from laughing and see if I can't do it. Just laugh at him.
So
Wait, what if another earthquake never happens? When you got an experiment is not when you waiting for something to happen. If I told you, yeah, I got this experiment I'm going to do, and you're like, what is it? Well, I just got to wait for the sky to turn green, and then I'm going to see if water will reflect. You'd be like, what the hell are you doing? Just you can't just wait for something to observe and call it an experiment. That's not what you're doing. You're just observing an event and measuring is different, putting devices around the world and getting measurements. You have, to be honest, you don't even know if the earth shaking is the cause of those measurements. It could be a radioactive wave that is caused by the earth shaking. So you're dead in the water, man.
Oh, I'm going to try and round this live show out. Hopefully I'll be able to keep my composure just about. So with that, I will say, first and foremost, a huge, massive, enormous thank you to all of you who have been watching in the Nathan Oakley 1980 live stream for tuning in smashing the super chat, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. If you're watching this on the Nathan Oakley premiering stream, then stay tuned. So that'll be an after show to follow.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!